4. So with all of these practices, there's a short version, there's a long way to do it, a short way to do it. So we'll do it the slightly shorter way so we have more time to settle the body and mind because it's early in the morning. So page 4 of the Orange Manjushri practice, just have it open and ready to go. And then we'll do our body relaxation and shamatha. So just having it there ready. Take a minute and become aware of the body. And you can start with your skeleton. And just imagine the bones in your body in the best alignment they can be at this stage in your life, in your health. Just let your mind explore your whole skeletal structure and see if you can invite it into some kind of balance. Strong, straight back. The bones in the body are connected with the earth element. By bringing our awareness there, we ground ourselves. Evening and balancing the shoulders, the hips. Balancing and relaxing the elbows and knees. Balancing the ankles and wrists. Releasing any tension there. And then shift your attention to your internal organs and your circulation and everything related to the water element in your body. All of it with subtle movement related to wind. So the gentle movements of the liquids in your body. By noticing them, You invite them to relax and release, to settle into their natural positions. Muscles unclench. Gently moving up and down the body, particularly within the body. Becoming aware of the water element. And the way in which the water element is connected to the wind element through movement. Mostly in observation. Very little to change or adjust. Just a quiet nudge towards relaxation if you find areas of tightness. And then emphasize the fire element within your body by noticing the warmth. Maybe the most warmth is concentrated in your core. Maybe it's evenly distributed through your limbs and maybe not. And not particularly trying to change anything, just scanning through the body, becoming aware of that warmth, that connection with vitality and fire. Shift your focus to the breath. Catching your attention when it drifts or sinks, returning it to the breath. And it's as if each breath is a choice to decide to focus or decide to drift. But the habit of drifting is so strong, it's as if there is no choice. So don't start a war with your own focus. Just gently call your focus back. Without a big story about it. Without excusing or justifying when you decide not to. The main thing is to turn up the volume of your own self-awareness. And right now you're just using the breath. Nice and simple. Direct. And as you watch the breath, concentrate your focus either at the air at your nostrils or at your stomach where it rises and falls. But choose one part to be specifically emphasizing as you watch your breath. Just gradually sharpening your attention. And now shift your focus to the prayers, the top of page 4, refuge and bodhicitta together. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from desire for friends and hatred for enemies. And so repeat those 4 measurable thoughts silently to yourself while just briefly meditating on Tonglen, giving and taking, as we did yesterday. So the words and ideas of the 4 immeasurables, the visualization of Tonglen, the purpose of overcoming self-cherishing, increasing cherishing others. Just for 2 minutes. and land on the conclusion that self-cherishing is the main cause for the suffering in my everyday life. Cherishing others is the main cause of happiness. May I exchange the emphasis I've been putting my whole life. Shift to cherishing others. And then we move to meditation on emptiness. Om Sawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sawa Shuddho Ham. Just for a moment, reflect on the King of Reasons, that all phenomena are empty of inherent existence because they dependently arise. The way in which this applies to everything. And from that state of emptiness, in the space in front, appears the shape of an egg, its point upwards. It's made of light. Inside of it, on a full moon disk, is the orange letter D, or syllable. D can be in English or Tibetan or Sanskrit, or any letters that represent that sound. From the D emits light, an infinite amount of light, going in all directions, but particularly focus on it coming towards you, filling the whole of your body, purifying negativities and removing obscurations accumulated since beginningless time. The light from the D filling you up completely, as bright as the light that reflects off of snow mountains in the middle of the day, on a cloudless day. You become so filled with light that the light leaves through your pores, out, becoming offerings to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, delighting them. And this causes the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of these holy beings to dissolve into that light that destroys the darkness of ignorance of all sentient beings, including oneself, thus placing us in wisdom's illumination. So just hold the idea of orange light, wisdom light, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. The rays then recollect into the syllable D. it transforms into light. And we have the aspiration that our ordinary perception and clinging vanish. And now in the space in front emerges Venerable Manjushri, orange in color, with one face and two arms. His right hand brandishes a sword of wisdom in the space above him. At his heart, between the thumb and ring finger of the left hand, holds the stem of an Utpala lotus. Upon its petals in full bloom, by the left ear, rests a volume of the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. He sits in full lotus posture and is adorned with precious ornaments for head, ears, throat, and shoulders, as well as bracelets and anklets. Draped in a flowing mantle of skirt and exquisite silks, the hair is tied up in 5 knots and coils counterclockwise. Bearing an entrancing and serene smile, he sits amidst a mass of light radiating from his body. Stabilize the visualization of Manjushri in front. Particularly the sense that wisdom is here, the embodiment of all the wisdom of all the holy beings, manifesting in this form. His eyes are looking at you and simultaneously holding all sentient beings. Knowing your whole karmic history, knowing your whole suffering history, knowing all of your successes and qualities, knowing the full spectrum of dependent arising, and all of that wisdom colored by compassion, holding you in his gaze. The letter Om marks the crown of his head, Ah at his throat, Hum at his heart. The Hum emits rays of light that invite the wisdom beings from the inconceivable mansion of their own pure lands. They resemble Manjushri as described and are surrounded by hosts of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Zai Hum Bam Ho. They absorb into the Manjushri in front, who becomes inseparable from all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and your own root guru. And we make offerings. The bottom of page 5. Om Harya Vagishara Sapari Variya Gyam Prati Samsoha. Om Harya Vagishara Sapari Variya Prati Samsoha. Om Harya Vagishara Sapari Variya Prati Samsoha. Om Hari Vagisara Sapari Vare Duepe Prati Samsoha. Om Harya Vagishara Sapari Vare Aloke Prati Samsoha. Om Hari Vagishara Sapari Vare
Yande pratisam soha. Om Hare Vagishara Sapare Vare Nuede pratisam soha. Om Hare Vagishara Sapare Vare Shabda pratisam soha.
The praise. I make obeisance to your youthful form, O Manjushri, like that of a dynamic and graceful 16-year-old. You repose upon a full moon as your cushion, at the center of an expansive milk-white lotus. I make obeisance to your speech, O mighty fulfiller of wishes, so mellifluent to the minds of countless sentient beings, elucent and often in accord to at least listeners' capacity, its multiplicity embellishing the hearing of all unfortunate ones. O Manjushri, I make obeisance to your mind, wherein is illuminated the entire tapestry of the myriad objects of knowledge. It is a tranquil ocean of unfathomable profundity, of immeasurable breadth, boundless like space itself. And so visualize at the heart of Manjushri, in the space in front, is a moon disk, upon which is an orange syllable D. Encircled at the disk's periphery stands the rosary-like mantra of Om Arapatsana D. All the syllables radiate light, which gathers both the wisdoms of exposition, dialectics, and composition, and the wisdoms of hearing, contemplation, and meditation, which are possessed by the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Shravakas, and Pratyeka Buddhas, and the wise and learned masters of all the Buddhist and non-Buddhist traditions. So as the syllables radiate light, filling you, radiating out to all sentient beings, we add the mantra. Om Marapatsana Di, 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 Om Marapatsana Di. Continue the mantra under your breath, together with the radiating light. All the wisdoms flowing into you, ripening positive karmic seeds, clearing ignorance and confusion. Light being the fusion of all of this wisdom. Omarapasanati. And now we purify any mistakes that we might have made during the practice with the 100-syllable mantra below.
Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Teno Padishta Dito Me Bhava Sutokaya Me Bhava Supokaya Me Bhava Anarakta Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Sawa Kama Sutam Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha 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 Hum Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum.
And we dedicate the top of page 8. By virtue of this practice, may I quickly accomplish the powerful attainments of Manjushri, and then may I lead all beings without exception to that supreme state, remembering emptiness, and relax your attention. So have a nice breakfast, and I'll see you at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30.